Why you are sick is because you choose to be sick. Anything insects eat, you should eat it. Animals were not originally meant to be food. Seventh-day Adventists are herbalists themselves.
Okay.
Now, we have farmers who mass produce, right? And these guys are the ones who are really being targeted with GMO.
What do you want to say with the current political sect that is happening? And do you believe that Nigeria can never get to the point where it will become a productive Nigeria, or will still remain as a consuming Nigeria?
This is a very sensitive topic again.
That's why it's called the AfriOne show.
The stomach does not know taste or flavor. It knows only nutrients.
So which one is enjoying the taste?
So let me, it's just in your mouth. So let me give you an example, right? So that I don't get misquoted here.
Will you still invest in Nigeria?
Investing in Nigeria and investing in the world are two different things.
Okay.
Right. If me as a person, I believe that my calling is earthbound, not a country bound. You shouldn't determine what you eat based on the taste. You should determine what you eat based on the value it is giving your body. It's too tedious for the gain at the end of the day. If they're going to go the natural in quotes.
Do Nigeria have an average preservative systems or structure in terms of preserving our food from your own point of view?
A lot of Christians misbehave today because we say grace abounds.
True.
And we forget that you have to work out your salvation with fear and trembling. So when they call a church fast, I always encourage people that this is an opportunity for you to do right by your body and eat well.
Yeah.
Don't just break your fast with bread. I mean, that's shooting your stomach with bullets. You know, we've reversed the role, actually. Fruits and vegetables are supposed to be the food. Animal protein are supposed to be the emergency meal. This again, we are not even supposed to be living in cities and skyscrapers and all these things.
Where we going to stay before?
I don't put any blame of whatever Nigeria is going through on a government.
At our continent at the moment, Africa, starting from Nigeria, do you think that we have the capacity for us to come and form, for lack of a better word, a unity system that will seek to break the divide that is currently peddling around our space? Welcome to AfriOne Show.
The AfriOne Show, voice of a new tribe, where the Afropolitan spirit rises as we come together to rebuild Africa, Nigeria, and its marketplace, empowering its people and the diaspora with everything they need. Together, we form a new tribe, creating opportunity and access to markets, driving reinvestments, fostering collaboration, and working to elevate and one another with proven solutions. A true revival in Africa is possible, despite the challenges, though through intentional development that drives innovation, delivers mutual benefits, and inspires a culture of ownership for Africa and Africans. The time is now to unite, innovate, elevate with the Afropolitan Apostle, Darlington Steve, on the AfriOne Show, voice of the new tribe.
Good day and welcome to your AfriOne Show. Today broadcasting live from Abuja, Nigeria, which is Gariki, the location where I'm currently seated at. And obviously, subsequent production has been done in this very particular place. And so I'm trying everything possible for me to get myself, familiar with the territory and all of this very particular. So I mean, officially is Gariki, not Asokoro. Asokoro is where the radio station is, where we do our Wednesdays broadcast. With that being said, just to take that away, for the Rwandan family, I could still see your email coming in. And please, to be very honest, there is no time where we'll be visiting Rwanda in terms of doing AfriOne Show from that side, but just keep your emails coming in. We're trying to form a community from that very particular place that will talk to us and also to see how AfriOne is fully represented in Rwanda. So please still bear with us. We're trying to find, I was saying to my guests, and I said, I'm trying to spell Abuja. So I'm just currently at ABU. The JA is still very firm, and also still trying to learn the national anthem in this very particular country a lot. So if people please bear with me. With that being said, today my guest is someone that I ambushed. I use the word ambushed in church, I think previous Sunday.
Yes.
Yeah, and so we attend the same church, and so the previous guest, one of the previous of the previous guest, because I have to use the word like that. Prince Victor, who was here. And so from Prince Victor, I get to meet this very particular awesome lady who is going to be talking to us about all things wellness. I'll use the word like that, but she's going to give us a profile. So I ambushed her. She did not want to show up, and I said, you have to. And I decided to blackmail her. I decided to use every ecosystem that I can think of. I even said to her, I'm going to report her to the set man of that very particular church. And because of that, now she's sitting in front of me. Ladies and gentlemen, join me, welcome. I was shocked that you are Yoruba. I was like, what the hell?
What happens?
In my mind, I promise I thought you were Igbo.
No, you haven't. I get that a lot.
When I saw the name, I was like, Titi. I was like, then I saw the surname, something.
Yeah, Oyekoya.
Hey, I was like, okay, wow. Then this is me again. I'm like, this face doesn't look Yoruba. What's going on here?
I tell people that I look Nigerian.
You look Nigerian. That's just no. But on a serious note, if you are in South Africa, you will look more like the Zulus.
Yes,
you look more like the Zulus. So I think that's the beauty about being an African. Where anywhere you go, you just
fit in.
blend in. Well, thank you so much for joining us at AfriOne show, and welcome to the tribe. And that's how we do it. I do it on a handshake. I don't know if you Nigerians do handshake.
Yes, we do.
We do handshake, and so I was warned that an average, I think it's the northern part. They say they don't do hugs and all of those things. And I said, I'm a giver of hugs. South Africa, we give hugs for free. But here in Nigeria, I was one, don't do that. I'm like, that's where the person will know I'm a foreigner. So it's fine. I give hug, I do my handshake and stuff. But thank you for coming to AfriOne.
Thank you very much for having me.
All right. As we begin our show for today, who am I sitting with today, and what encompass? Permit me to stay with Titi.
Titi is fine. That's what I use.
That one is nice. The other one now, I have to now be paying fine every minute for getting it wrong.
Titi is fine. Yeah.
Titi, who is Titi?
Well, again, thank you for having me. I'm very happy to be here.
Thank you.
And Titi is someone who wears many coats.
Okay.
But I'm going to stick to the wellness side of things.
All right.
I am a called phytotherapist.
Okay.
Not a trained phytotherapist. They're different. There are people who are trained medically as in phytomedicine.
Okay.
Yes. But I am one who practiced from let me say something I got off my father.
Okay.
Yes, and then I am still practicing. So I am an advocate for plant-based diet, not just for the fancy vegan niche,
okay,
but for the health benefit. I focus on treating and preventing health issues,
okay,
with plant-based diets. So we have focus on fruits, on vegetables, on legumes, on grains.
Okay,
you understand. So that's my major focus right now, and I also encourage a lot of fasting.
Fasting in terms of church fast or just natural fast? No,
natural fast.
Okay.
Fasting. So fasting is very interesting.
Please, that's why I say my attention has been paid for now. So now I'm listening.
I think where we make the mistake is because we tend to separate our physical self from our spiritual self.
Okay.
When you said church fasting or
natural
fasting. Fasting originated from God.
Okay.
Right. If you go back, if you look at the scriptures back to times of Abraham, the times of Noah's and co, God, they were dealing with God directly.
Okay.
And then he tells them to fast. He says fast. So God was not a spiritual leader that was not a, what did you use the word again? Natural. Naturalist. Naturalist.
Yeah.
God was all encompassing.
Okay.
Right. So there was no separation Right. But now there is a separation from your spiritual activity, from your physical activity, and it shouldn't be.
Okay.
It's all in one.
Okay.
So when you talk about fasting is just you depriving your body of something for the betterment of yourself.
Me depriving my body of something for the betterment
of yourself.
Okay. Now in South Africa, we say now go deeper. I'm listening.
So fasting is all about, there are different types of fasting.
Okay.
Right? You have food fast, you have water fast, you have something you love fast.
Okay.
Right.
So I can fast media.
You can fast media, something that takes up your space, like it's all about you, and then you just want to be out of that thing for a while.
Okay.
Right. Let me give you an example. I have a friend that fasts beginning of the year from alcohol.
Okay.
So he's not an alcoholic. He's just a social drinker once in a while, but he takes the first 2 months off. So any function from January 1st to February 28 to 29, no matter the function, it takes nothing but water. It wouldn't take alcohol. It wouldn't take soda. It wouldn't take anything. Now, it can be quite difficult for people who are social drinkers. You go for a function, your friends are there, you just want to take something. They're bringing out the most expensive brands and all these things, and you say no. So that is a form of fasting.
Okay.
If you want to go the spiritual route, is where you add prayers to it.
Okay. Okay.
You understand? But every day, as a human being, your life should be filled with prayers. So that's why I said that's where the trick is, right?
Yeah.
So when they call a church fast, I always encourage people that this is an opportunity for you to do right by your body and eat well.
Yeah.
Don't just break your fast with bread. I mean, that's shooting your stomach with bullets. You know, you've not eaten all day and then you just...
Bread nice.
Yeah, but it's not the best thing to start your colon with.
Okay.
You understand? You see, this body works like a machine.
Okay.
Right? Your gut, that's your stomach now. And your gut starts from your mouth down to your rectum, right? Yeah. It is I always reference it to Jesus.
Okay.
Right? It is the way, the truth, and life of your body. Right? Everything that goes into your body goes in from your mouth.
Okay.
And anything that comes out comes in from your rectum, right?
I hear you.
So, whatever you put in your mouth must do something to your body. Either makes it or it destroys it.
Okay.
Right? And the gut is created in such a way that the only thing it understands is nutrient.
Okay.
It doesn't understand taste. It doesn't understand flavor. Whatever you give it, if you eat stone, the microbes in your stomach is only looking for the benefits of that stone, to extract it and send it to the right places, right? When you eat bread, especially refined carbs bread, like white bread and co, it doesn't carry the things that the body can use to actually move the gut. So it becomes too solid. And then people start suffering from constipation, suffering from bowel issues like that. So when you want to break a fast, it's very good to go very light.
Light will be what?
First, I encourage warm water.
Okay.
And then secondly, I encourage something that doesn't have sugar in it. We also make that mistake. We break with fruits.
I think this show is a weapon form against me.
No. It's a weapon formed for you.
Because I enjoy my fruit when I'm breaking fast. To be very honest, I enjoy my fruit, especially the apple side of things. The apple, the strawberry, and sometimes, to be very honest, let me confess, if I want to break my fast, no matter what happened, there will always be a biscuit and honey.
Oh.
It just have to. That's why I'm saying this one is formed against me, because those are all sugar. And also, I think the thing there is, for me, I create that as an excuse. I choose to be corrected because you're a specialist in that now. There's this thing I just have in my mind. I believe that sugar has a way of keeping me alive.
Yes, it does. It does. Sugar is good.
Okay.
It's good. So this is where I talk about, I was going to tell you something about why people, why you have to be careful with herbs.
Okay.
Right? Because when God created things, it's supposed to be used in bits, not to be used as a whole. And I'll give you an example. The manna, when the children of Israel were being fed, the manna was coming. God gave them instruction that they should only take what they would consume. If you keep it, it spoils, right? So the way God has created this world, if you want to go on a plant-based diet, you have everything around you. You can grow your vegetables in your compound. Okay. Are you going to say because, it's growing now, you're going to sit down there and eat like a goat? You just keep eating everything at once? No. You only take the little that you need and you take different varieties and you use, right?
Let me get that now.
So, you're on your own. So the thing about sugar is that the body needs sugar.
Okay.
You can't deprive the body of sugar.
All right.
But the sugar...
I say my body needs sugar. To those who are concerned about my sugar consumption.
Hold on.
Where are you going to now?
You consume sugar in everything and you don't realize it.
Okay.
Refined sugar is different from the sugar that the body needs.
Okay.
Right? Every sugar, and that's what I was saying about the gut. When the food gets into your stomach, it's not bothered about flavor or taste. It's just bothered about nutrients. Right?
Okay.
Now, you're taking white rice. That's sugar already. Right?
Okay.
Bread, that's sugar already. Right, because a lot of carbs are actually sugar. Right, they get into your body and the body converts it. It's the same way the body will convert refined sugar that is going to convert carbs. The only difference is that when it is refined, it is quickly absorbed into the blood, and that causes a spike in blood sugar.
Okay.
Right. While unrefined carbs, the complex carbs, the gut takes time to digest it. So it doesn't, the body absorbs it in bits. So it doesn't allow a spike in the blood. So when you say you need sugar to function, there can be two things that is happening. Either your body, either you have
when
taken...
Nigeria said there can be two things, I kept saying like, I'm back again with these two things. What's up with you on two things? There can be two things. I'm like why? Okay, so I think it's a Nigerian thing.
There
can be two things.
Okay, we give you options. We don't just go straight to that. And I mean, I'm not
just tell me if I want to die. Let me die once. You can't die twice.
No. If you're gonna die, it's doctor that will tell you, and it won't even tell you you're gonna die. It's gonna tell you to go run some tests. So I'll tell you again. There can be two things. Either you go run some tests. No, don't.
I have heard that a lot of the two things. Okay, what's the two things? Let me hear my two things. Number one?
There can be two things that can be happening. Either you have taken so much sugar and you're already insulin sensitive that you don't know, or you are starving yourself too much, which I don't think is the case.
But my brain just needs sugar to function all the time.
Your brain does. So let's talk about your food. Let's talk about one day. So in the morning you take what? Tea? Coffee?
Coffee, 100%.
Good. And then you load it with sugar. Right?
No, they don't put sugar. I use honey.
You use honey is sugar too. Honey has a form of sugar.
No, that's that.
Honey is sugar.
My stars are laughing. No, honey is not sugar. Honey is from the bee, so it's no sugar. Honey is just sweet.
Sweetheart, what is making it sweet?
It's
okay, fine. I will not say sugar. Honey has glucose. Glucose is the problem. How about that?
I still don't agree. Honey is not sugar. Honey is not glucose. Honey is just honey. Let's leave it like that. Even John the Baptist eat honey. You will not discourage me.
All right. Let's go. Thank you for mentioning John the Baptist. Now, John the Baptist had
I should have gone back to Muhammad.
Wait, hold on. No, John the Baptist was eating what? Glucose.
Yeah.
And honey.
You see, that's why I said honey is different from glucose.
No, he said locust.
Locust. Yeah,
locust.
Locust.
He was eating locust. It was eating locust in the wilderness and honey.
Okay.
Right? Now, do you know what that is? If you eat that diet, you cannot be sick. Because those locusts were a good source of protein for him.
Be talking, I'm listening.
But when you take your coffee, you support it with what? Carbs. Biscuits, bread, any special type of bread, sandwich. That's another form of sugar.
I think let me skip the question I want to ask next. Because you are coming for me and I don't like it.
No, I'm not coming. I don't want to come for you. I just want you to understand that you can actually eat anything you like, plant-based.
But why do you say anything I like?
Plant-based. So, what do you like? Chicken, fish.
I like beef.
Grills, beef.
I like beef more. Turkey. Obviously, I'm not a fan that much of chicken. So I fight chicken most time, but I have no choice when it's on my table. I play with it needed. Snail, obviously.
Okay.
Then those funny things again. I think I remember on one of the days they bought it. Those you guys call it here. Those things that some
like shrimps and
no. What's the name of this thing? No. It's
assorted.
like those intestine things.
Yeah, assorted.
Yeah, I think that's the name.
Towel.
Yeah, that's the name I was told.
Shaki, and all those things. Yeah.
You know, it's the ones they put in that black one, the one that said is those meats that is in there. Those I love.
I love it. When you eat it like this, you're like, God, I've arrived.
Arrived where?
You're happy now.
No, I really don't enjoy it, but it's part of the food. And so I'm like I said, I'm trying to adjust to the Nigerian food.
Nigerian food.
For us in South Africa, for instance, we're coming upstairs now. We're talking. I said, I don't understand why an average Nigerian food, you guys will kill like 5 animals in one food. And I'm trying to understand that's injustice to the food.
It's actually injustice to your body.
Okay, good. Please tell them so that they will actually do beef soup, fish soup, and not put all the meats in one pot. I don't know who you are trying to impress. Can you please help me?
It's injustice to your body. So this is the thing.
Okay.
Even beef soup and chicken soup. Right. This is the thing.
I hope there's no 2 things involved.
Are we talking wellness?
Yes, we're talking wellness. That's what we're doing today.
Good. If we're talking wellness, then we have to talk the truth. So, animals were not originally meant to be food. Animals were not originally meant to be food. I eat meat though.
No, let's stay with the original part. Let's not go because you want to now go. Why are they not meant to be food?
So, let's go back to
the Bible.
The Bible.
I know.
Right. Yeah, because for my profile, I said I'm a evangelist. Right? There is nothing that I take my clients on that we don't go scriptural because
that's good.
Your foundation of your health is in God.
Okay.
You have to understand that health is your right, is your birthright in Christ.
Mm-hmm.
Why you are sick is because you choose to be sick. Now, let me give you another angle.
Madam, you are coming up with different angles now. I'm trying to balance all the angles.
Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. So, most of us, our sicknesses are products of our way of life.
And you say we choose it?
Yes, because you choose to eat meat. You choose to eat fish. You choose to eat assorted. It's a choice. You enjoy it. It feels good. What I was telling you is that I said the colon, remember I said it, that the stomach does not know taste or flavor. It knows only nutrients.
So which one is enjoying the taste?
So let me, it's just in your mouth. so let me give you an example, right? So that I don't get misquoted here. Some things are genetic. Some sicknesses are genetics. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about someone who is well whole and all of a sudden comes down with the likes of fever, comes down with the likes of BP, comes down, that is not inherited, comes down with the likes of diabetics. That's type 2 diabetes, not type 1 diabetes, because you have to be very careful when you talk about medical things because people can be very sensitive to that. Do you mean I call the sickness upon myself or something like that? But a lot of things are a product of our way of life. I was talking to a friend and I told him that I said, for the past 3 years, I have not treated any form of fever. And before that, I used to treat malaria. Anybody that is in Nigeria will know that you are treating either malaria or typhoid every 3 months.
Funny enough, I noticed it that. I'm like, what the hell is going on here?
Every 3 months.
Madam, wait first. I know that there's a lot of 2 things is involved. How did you escape 3 years?
Yes.
Not treating malaria? Because that one is very good.
I've not treated anything fever.
Okay, anything fever.
I've not had malaria. I've not had typhoid. I've not had headaches. I've not had anything that has to do with fever.
You've not also headache?
I've not had headache.
In the government where we are?
I have had headache.
Okay.
I've had headache from the woman angle. That's period. Okay. And once I got to understand that, because I'm conscious. I told myself I have to stop this thing. So anything that is coming, you ask yourself, why is it coming? So one thing that worked for me, because they tell you it's hormonal, that's for me now. You're having headache on your period, they tell you it's hormonal, and then you do everything that supposedly supports your hormone and it's not going. And then I found out that mine was not hormone. Mine had to do with my blood pressure.
Okay.
So it was dropping too much when I'm on my period. So what do? I take salt water. So when I take salt water, I don't have headaches.
Wow.
Unlike every other thing people say,
Ladies,
take ginger, take
101,
this, take
101 for you guys to take.
So different things cause headache for women during their period.
Okay.
But you have to identify what it is. If you just put it in one bag and say it's hormonal, it might not be. It might be something else. It might be stress. You might not be sleeping enough. So many things. So that we don't forget where we're coming from.
Exactly. I think there is one that I don't want to forget is the whole concept of the animals.
Yeah. So the animal thing. Okay, so let's get back to that.
Yes.
Yeah. So I said we were not supposed to be originally eating animal as food.
Yeah.
Right? So animals in the scriptures back Genesis and from the beginning of creation and all that, animals were actually ceremonial things. They were eating during sacrifices, they were eating during festivals, they were eating during that's basically.
Okay.
People actually lived on plants and herbs. And if you check the scriptures, I think it's Ezekiel 42, if I'm right, where God talked about giving us plants for fruits for food and the leaves for the herbs. And I particularly went to study this because now what made me go straight into this?
And let me pause you there because this one you are saying this meat part is just give me headache.
No. I'm not saying you.
There is a scripture because I know we're doing this. That's why I actually went to whop up my Bible in Genesis 1:29 and 30.
Yeah.
Says, and God said, I've given you every plant yielding seed that is on the face of the earth, and every tree yielding seed, and you have them for food.
Yes.
Now, he now says, we're 30. He now says, and all the animals. So I don't understand this part you are saying.
And all the animals.
And all the animals of the earth and the birds of the air and everything that creeps on the ground, including snake, scorpion, tiger, to everything in which there is the breath of life. I have given every green plant for food, and it was so.
What did he say he has given for food?
Yeah, everything, including the animals.
No. He said, I've given every green what?
Every green plant.
For
food.
Finish.
It encompasses from the animal. It says, it's on that verse there, verse 30. Let's not do out of context and in of context. 30. That's why I read the 29, which talks about the plant yielding seed. Then 30 says all of it for food. Now you are saying that my eating beef now, it looks as if I'm not supposed to be eating beef. So should I join vegetarians?
No, I didn't say. I said originally we were not supposed to be. And I told you, I said I eat it.
Yeah.
This is where I told you that it is usually consumed then during ceremonies.
Okay.
Ceremonial events, sacrifices and all that. Do you know why?
Why?
Because your gut does not really need it. Now, what is the food, the basic food that your gut needs? Prebiotics and probiotics.
Which are?
Your stomach, your gut, your entire gut is full of bacteria. These bacteria are good bacteria. These are the things that keep your system going. They help digest food. They help keep your colon alive. They help move your gut, the bowels and all that, basically. Now, if these bacteria are not well taken care of, they die, and then yeast, fungi, starts to grow. When you have overgrowth of yeast, there's imbalance in the system, and then you start having things like candida.
Okay.
All right, candida. It can come in any form. At the end of the day, you start seeing it expressing in your body anyhow. That's an overgrowth somewhere that you have less bacteria, right? Now, this bacteria fungi balance has to be there.
Okay.
What gives them the balance is in plants, not in animal.
Okay.
The animal own was forced, right? For example, the probiotics, the best probiotic you can get from animal, the only probiotic you can get from animal is made from milk.
I think we'll pause there because of my time on this first segment, which is something we're going to continue from on the second segment in terms of this. The only food you get from animal, which is the milk side of things.
Not the only food, the only probiotic.
Okay, probiotic, sorry,
Yeah,
which is the milk side of things.
Yeah.
So conversations we're going to continue on the second segment of these. And also a question that I need to ask while we're going to finish the probiotic conversation on the second segment is, there is a phrase in which you have coined in helping human known as New Start, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. No, I didn't coin it now.
Who coined it?
It's already existing. They practice it in school.
It's a conversation that she's going to continue with us on the second segment. If you have a question about your health, please, you can definitely use the number that's currently available or the email address. And hopefully, you're available for consulting.
Yes, I am available for consulting.
Hopefully, when you send all those questions, because the part of the meat, I'm still not agreeing yet. But you defend me on the second segment. We'll be right back just now. Don't go anywhere.
The AfriOne Show, voice of a new tribe.
I think maybe by the time I go back, I have to report you and say you have decided.
Well, you have vegetarians in South Africa now.
No, vegetarians we have it, but I just want to eat my meat, and that's the thing.
It's good. Eat your meat. I'm not saying don't eat your meat, but you eat it in moderation.
We're back in case if you're wondering what is happening. So welcome to the second segment, and so you can continue.
Okay, let it not just be the main thing.
Okay,
I'm not canceling meat. I tell people that you can have your meat.
Okay,
but be intentional. You see the intestine and all these things assorted.
Yeah.
They are very high in saturated fats. They are very high in cholesterol forming things. Let me borrow that word. And when you have cases where people have high bad cholesterol, it's from your diet. It is from your diet. I tell people that you cannot be on a plant-based diet and have high bad cholesterol.
I'm tempted to ask, what's the average, for example, let's look at the day. I know that's your space and stuff, but others will come for complicated consulting.
Yeah.
But just today.
Okay.
Today is, what's the
Thursday.
Thursday.
21, yeah.
Let's say today's Thursday meal.
Yeah.
If I'm to have a meal today, from morning to dinner, what should that look like coming from your side of things?
Okay. You should have more of a plant-based protein.
Plant-based protein?
Yes.
Okay, that should be?
Plant-based protein, you have... okay, don't let me go tofu because you say I'm going too deep in.
No, just normal.
Your legumes like your beans.
Okay.
Yes, mushrooms.
Okay.
They're very good for you.
Okay.
And people will say they are not totally like what's it called? Beans is not entirely protein, but it is enough protein that your body needs, right? And you're not lifting weights now. You're lifting weights, going for training for bodybuilding and all that.
I'm lifting Jesus in my spirit.
So if you're gonna have a meal now, I can tell you that if you have a good plate of rice and beans, cooked together, that gives you complete protein.
Okay.
And then you have vegetables on the side, which is very good. The fiber is very, very good. Added to
how many meat?
The fiber. Sorry,
how many meat in the rice and beans?
Okay, for you that love meat, so that I will not suffer you. You know,
please. I'm advocating. Okay.
Beef is okay for you, but you know, beef is red meat, and a lot of doctors even advise against red meats. Right.
My doctor, please don't listen to this part. Just skip me. Don't call me. So
you see what beef gives you is it gives you a vitamin that is absent in plants, and that is the I think it's the B12 vitamin that is absent in plant. You can get it in plant. But you see, a lot of times we use this vitamin as an excuse to eat animal. And that's why I said animal is not supposed to be. It's supposed to be in rivers. You see what we do?
So we use it as an excuse.
Hold on now. You see what we do? What our eating culture has become is what we grew up thinking is the best. And it ends up taking us to the hospital for one thing or the other.
Okay.
We've reversed the role, actually. Fruits and vegetables are supposed to be the food. Animal protein are supposed to be the emergency meal. But what we are doing right now is that we are eating animal protein as the food and going to plants and herbs as the emergency. I don't know if you get what I'm saying.
I'm getting you, but I'm not liking it.
Someone is having blood pressure.
Okay.
Blood sugar problem. They'll tell you take bitter leaf.
Yeah.
Eat scent leaf.
That thing is bitter.
Because it's bitter leaf. It is bitter. You know, so they're advising you to take these things to control your blood sugar.
Okay.
But if this was supposed to be part of your main meal, you won't even have the blood sugar problem in the first place. I don't know if you get what I'm saying.
I'm getting you. Yeah.
So the vitamin that is missing in plants, that is in animal, your body doesn't even need too much of it, which is the B12.
Yeah.
But when you consume the meat, right, your body takes in this vitamin, right? The liver stores it. And it uses it as it's needed. And the liver can store it for as long as a year, 2 years, 3 years.
For it to happen.
Yeah, that's how the body works. So if you are eating according to your taste bud, you will eat anything. But if you're eating according to the wellness of your body, that you want to be whole, then you will eat, your food will be more focused on a plant-based meal.
You know, the reason I'm quite nice because...
What? Why don't you like chicken?
I think maybe because from where I come from, chicken it's like a daily stuff. And so we've abused chicken to the point that when I see chicken, I run. I'm like, nah, it's okay.
So if you want to eat animal protein, I will tell you to stick with white meat. Chicken, rabbits, they are white meats, meaning that they contain less cholesterol-causing situations.
What happened to turkey?
Turkey is very high in fat. That's the problem.
Wow.
All right. It's very high in fat, and it can be, you see, like I started this whole conversation with moderation.
Exactly. I hear you.
Sorry?
As I hear you.
With moderation. And that's what we lack. We human beings, we don't understand what moderation is.
Okay.
Some people treat themselves. You do something and you are happy and you want to, let's treat ourselves to a good meal. And then you order the biggest portion of some seafood craze. Do you know the seafood is a number one cause of cholesterol problem? It's very high in cholesterol.
Seafood.
Yes. Shrimps, lobster, what's it called now? All them crabs and co. And
that's why I'm like seafood.
Yes. So people eat it like, oh, I'm taking protein, I'm taking this.
I am a prawns guy.
Or prawns. Exactly. That's what I wanted to mention.
That's
prawns.
I am one. I am an ambassador.
But you know, a lot of us don't even know our cholesterol level because we are not sick. Right?
Yes.
Oh, good. Most of the time when people start checking their cholesterol is when they have BP issues or maybe old age or things like that.
How often, based on your health stuff, how often should one check their, what's it called? What do you just call it now? Cholesterol level, or probably just
medical checks.
Medical checks. And so how often should one do that?
Sincerely, if you're eating right, you don't need it. But if you are eating like a Nigerian or like we eat regularly
in Africa,
it depends on your age. If you're below 40, let me say from 45 to about 30, once a year is fine.
Okay.
Above that, twice a year. But if there's nothing wrong with your reading when you check the first time, you can leave it at once a year. But it's very good to always check. A lot of times we don't know. People slum and die. You hear now it's rampant. You hear young people, someone that just went to bed, then we could just finish eating, died. The one went to use the restroom, he died. These things are products of food. And now we are at a point where we don't even know what is good food.
True.
In terms of product.
That's why I wanted to ask you, this GMO product that is currently finding its way to Nigeria.
Yeah.
What's your take on it?
That's a very tricky topic because there are things we can control, there are things we cannot control. And the earlier we face that reality, the better for us.
Two things are involved. I know you're going there. So what are two things? I like two things.
There are things that we can't control. There are things that we have the capacity to control.
Okay.
We are supposed to be growing our own food.
Okay.
But how many of us have the space or the time to grow our own food, right? Now, we have farmers who mass produce, right? And these guys are the ones who are really being targeted with GMO products. Now, there's a problem. We lie to ourselves as human beings. We say this is what we want. But in actual fact, this is what we go for. I'll give you an example. You say you want organic food, organic plants, organic... Let me use something... Let me use something that perishes very quick.
Tomato. Tomato perishes very quick now if you don't preserve it. And
tomato is even very far. Let me use a fruit, right?
Oh, a fruit.
Let me use pawpaw.
pear pawpaw.
Let me use pawpaw.
Okay.
So you don't want what is it called? You want organic, right? You want quality pawpaw.
Yeah.
Right. You see pictures from the abroad. You see how it's big, it's gigantic, it's smooth, no blemish.
Yeah.
That's what we want. But we also want organic. It doesn't work. You see those smooth, loving, caring things you're seeing are GMO. Because these things are taken to, what is GMO? Genetically engineered. That's just what it means. So these things are taken to the lab. Farmers are complaining that they go to the market with products. People don't buy because they complain that it has this, it's been infected here. Something is wrong here. See, anything insects eat, you should eat it.
Say it again.
Anything insects can eat, that's on your plants now, your vegetables and co. That's what you should be eating. But if you carry a cabbage, for example, a cabbage that you get to the market has been burrowed into by insects or by worms and co, you don't want it because it's defected already, right? You want the one that is complete, that is clean, that is looking nice. Two things are involved. Again, two things. Either it is GMO or it is being heavily sprayed with chemicals, pesticides, herbicides, and co, like that. And there are some of these foods, like cabbage I mentioned. How many people cook cabbage?
I hear you.
Cabbage, a lot of times, are eaten raw. You have it in salad, you have it in shawarma, you are practically taking in those pesticides raw. You cannot wash these things with vinegar. Now, another problem is that you see these chemicals that are pesticides, they have grades.
Okay.
Right? They have, in terms of their concentration, most of these mass farmers are not educated.
Okay.
Right? And we are impatient. Right? Some pesticides take time before you can harvest the product after using them. Say, for example, you spray your pepper with a particular pesticide. You're supposed to give it like 5-10 days before you harvest that pepper, so that the pesticide could have gone out of the body, like rain, anything could have taken it out. And then you have some that you don't need to wait long, maybe 24 hours before you harvest, right? But they are not, those ones that you don't need to wait long are not as powerful, as strong as the ones that you have to take 10 days to wait for. Most of these farmers use the one for 10 days, 15 days, use it for the immediate harvest. They harvest it, pack it in a bag, give it to you, bring it to the market, you buy, you go home, you wash, you say, thank you, Jesus. Wow. I don't know if you get what I'm saying.
I'm getting you.
So even, what is it called now? GMO, as I said, is a bit tricky because we say we want organic. But when we see organic, can we buy it? Let me give you a typical example. I just remembered now. Beans.
Okay.
Beans. Growing up, I ate weevil in beans. It's almost impossible not to see weevil inside beans.
Yeah.
In fact, we just call it protein.
Yeah.
Now you hardly see weevil in beans.
True.
Why?
I should ask you.
Simple. Chemical.
So now that is not in the food, is it making the beans more proteinous, or it's also causing a side effect?
Chemical.
Yeah.
Pesticide.
No, that very particular weevil we're talking about.
Weevil. No,
you
the
can't
reason
find
why,
it in the beans anymore.
Yeah, because so do you know beans is an annual plant?
Okay, yeah.
But you see it every day in the market.
And that's because
How do you preserve it?
We preserve it with air and water.
Oh.
I'm trying to protect my farmers now.
Beans don't have tolerance for humidity.
True.
Right. Once you stop beans and there's moist somewhere, you're in trouble.
It's
right.
Over. Yeah.
Beans is heavily flooded with chemical for the weevils, because when you get to the market with weevil-fested beans, nobody will buy it.
And that's the best one we're supposed to even eat.
And that is the best one we're supposed to eat.
Weevil people with beans. Locate my office.
No. When the weevils finish eating the beans, they've taken the nutrient out of it.
But at least small. Let there just be one hole, not 5 holes.
Not 5 holes. Not everything, Abi. All right. Now, you now say people are complaining. Someone picks up this whole, people are using chemical to preserve beans, so it's bad. Be careful. Now farmers cannot sell again. What's the problem?
But what kind of preservative Joseph used to preserve those very particular crop for 7 years? You people are
grains.
The grains. You people are
you have what you call silos.
Herb evangelist. Yeah.
Yes. You have what you call silos.
Okay.
Silos are what you use to preserve grains. We don't have silos in Nigeria.
We don't have it in Nigeria.
We don't have silos in Nigeria.
Where is it located?
I'll be shocked if we have silos in Nigeria, because most of my farmer friends that are from Jos, they because some of them are into. So you have those who plant, you have those who keep, right, and those who are in the keeping business. Yes, they don't have silos. So you get a warehouse, you keep it. They put sometimes they mix grains, you mix products. There are some things that there are some plants that are irritants to pests. Yeah. Right, that these pests cannot stand, like likes of onions and coal, like that. Sometimes you open your beans, you see pepper inside. If you open bag of beans, you see like all this dry pepper inside. Those kind of things are things that weevils do not like. But then you're talking about a whole bag.
I hear you.
You get my point now. So that kind of thing, how many pepper do you want to put inside? So how they preserve these things is too tedious for the gain at the end of the day. If they're going to go the natural in quotes.
Do Nigeria have an average preservative systems or structure in terms of preserving our food from your own point of view?
I think we do. I think the problem is that we really don't have access to the information. Right? We don't have access to the information. And see, there's so much when it comes to food. And that's why I said it's a tricky question when it comes to the GMO. Because people are shouting GMO, 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 right? The farmers want to make money. Nobody is coming to the market for charity work. I bring my products to the market in the morning. You don't come to the market to buy till 6 p.m. Tomato will not be staring at you.
I hear you.
So what keeps the tomato going is GMO. Those are the things that has been pulled out to actually study and say, do they have their side effects? They do. But if I bring the one that has tomato blight, you will not buy. True. You see the confusion now.
So how then do we begin to find a way of eating or probably having a healthy food system, even though we understand that the preservative of it somehow can be compromised?
Plant your food.
But we don't get that. How do I call it backyard? We don't get big backyard.
If I talk this one, I go talk. See, it go be like say I go another place again. We are not even supposed to be living in cities and skyscrapers and all these things.
Where we going to stay before?
Everyone is supposed to have their own vegetable garden. Trust me, it's not hard. A very small piece of land. Do you know that we are not, apart from the times of famine and cold and things like that, you are supposed to be eating food in season. In season.
Which season are we on now? Rainy season.
Yes.
What are we supposed to be eating now?
You have a lot of fruits that are in season right now. Yeah. You have watermelon is in season right now. Okay, so now let me use watermelon for example. You see, you buy watermelon now, it's sweet.
Yeah.
In January, February, you buy watermelon, it's dry. It's not sweet. It's just, so those things are not in season, but they try to see how they can farm it to fall into that season so that it's made available. Right. But if you're farming this thing yourself, it's out of season. You've eaten the one you want to eat. Like the banana I have in my house. Banana grows every 4-5 months, it produces something, right? Because of that banana tree I have, the trees I have in my house, I know banana can be friendly. Once one grows, another sucker is coming, so it starts to spread, I stopped buying banana outside. Okay. So once I have that bunch of banana, that's it. Once we're done with it, we're done with it.
I hear you.
We are not craving it again because we know another one is going to come out in a few months. You understand that kind of thing? So there's so many fruits. For example, in December, January, you have a lot of fruits that come out that period. You have the berries. Like that I can take out off my head right now, that you have the berries that come out that period. You can eat a lot of berries that period. Enjoy it as it comes.
Okay, before we begin to prepare to go for our second break and stuff, a question around the new start of things that I want us to talk on this segment. Which is a lifestyle acronyms. I think I saw the
nutrition, exercise, water, what's the
Water,
S now? Sunlight,
temperance.
air, rest, and trust in God.
I'm going for me to trust in God, but I'm like with Nigeria, you have to trust in God. Nigeria, because everything that we don't even understand, so just trust in God. So they see them. So how does someone begin to balance, or probably injecting that new start into their lifestyle? Understanding that Africa, or probably Nigeria, where we are, we have these enormous bass bulls, like I was told.
Health is very complicated, and it shouldn't be. We've made it very complicated for ourselves.
Welcome to Nigeria.
It's not just Nigeria, it's globally. So New Start, like I said, I didn't start New Start. New Start it was founded on the principle of Seventh-day Adventist.
Okay.
Yes, Ellen G. White. So New Start is a program that is being, if you check it on Google, it's there. Universities, campuses are using it. Some medical schools are also using it and all that. New Start is just a holistic way of living. Right? If you follow this way of doing things, you will hardly fall sick.
Okay.
Right. Now, the end is nutrition, right? And that was what I've just been talking about from the very beginning. Yeah. You shouldn't determine what you eat based on the taste. You should determine what you eat based on the value it is giving your body. Right. That's where nutrition comes into play. Whatever you eat, you must ensure that it carries the macros and micronutrients that you need.
I'm tempted to ask you before you continue, do you have like a meal plan? If somebody consults you, to be able to structure a meal plan for somebody?
Oh, yeah. I do have clients I'm taking care of for, what's it called now? For BP, for blood sugar, and for cholesterol. Usually, that's my main focus because these are areas that creeps up slowly. Yeah. You don't realize it. And these things are usually the foundation of complications in the future. Cancers, especially colon cancers, heart problem, kidney problem, liver problem. Yes.
Let's say somebody is suffering from this very particular thing you're talking about. Is there a plant-based remedy for such?
Which one now? The cholesterol?
The cholesterol, which I know that for men, that gives us headache.
Cholesterol?
Yeah.
Yeah, cholesterol. You want to eliminate cholesterol, bad cholesterol?
Yes.
Just go plant-based. That's all.
Men, solution has been given to us. Let's not begin to pray and begin to disturb our doctors. Okay.
Just go plant-based, that's all. That's the truth.
Yeah.
There's a client of mine, I always tell him, because when he checks, he's an elderly person, so he goes for his checkup like 2-3 times a year, and it's low. Sometimes his cholesterol, his bad cholesterol is within range. Sometimes it's borderline. So he doesn't like the fact that it gets to borderline. And I said, the only way, number one, you have to put your age in factor. So the only way you can remove it from borderline is to avoid animal in any form.
And you're back again now. You're back to this animal business.
Is to avoid it. So if you're saying you don't want to avoid it, because you should life is to be enjoyed. I tell people life is to be enjoyed. True. It's not a punishment, right? So if you know that, because your body needs cholesterol, your brain needs cholesterol. That's the food of the brain, right? But it needs the good cholesterol.
Someone who is already currently sitting and suffering from something like diabetes and stuff, what should happen?
I will say it again. Plant-based. So this is what diabetes is.
Okay.
Diabetes is just your insulin not functioning properly. Okay. Basically, you've consumed too much sugar. Your blood has absorbed too much sugar too quick, that your insulin response is now bad. It can be corrected so long as your pancreas is not damaged yet.
Okay.
Now, for it to be corrected, you need to ensure that whatever you eat does a slow release of sugar into the blood. What is that thing that causes slow release of sugar into the blood? It's fiber.
Okay.
Do you understand? Yeah. Fibers are carbohydrates, but they are complex carbs. It takes time for the body to digest it. Okay. People will tell you that, what is it called now? That animal protein also, because it's protein in quotes, protein doesn't cause fast release of sugar into the blood. I will agree with you to an extent, just to an extent, because at the end of the day, when you have high cholesterol, when you are having BP, when you are having this, having that, it also triggers that area as well.
Wow. Okay, I think because of my time and stuff for the final segment, a question that I want to throw at you before we go so that you can ponder on it. Getting to understand that you are a plant-based specialist and also the ability for you to weave it with spirituality, which is your faith, Christian, I assume.
Yeah.
I have to ask you.
Yes, I am a Christian.
Just because I meet you in church doesn't mean I can be a Christian.
I am a Christian.
Do you think at the moment, is a question you answer when we come back on the final segment, if you were to invest in Nigeria and Nigeria is a startup, will you want to put your money in this country called Nigeria? It's a question that my guest is going to answer on the second segment. I see the way she's looking at me. That's where now we're going to talk about all things Nigeria and Africa, and also just to see if our lifestyle in terms of our health as Africa will be able to take us within the next 50 years with the way we are eating and with the way we are living. It's a question that she's going to answer when we come back. I remain your host, the Afropolitan Apostle Darlington Steve. If you have any question you want to ask concerning all of this food stuff, I have to now begin to think about my meat business. Which that part, I don't know how to do it. My meat and my honey, they are very important. But it's something that we'll find out on the last segment. I'll see you just now.
The AfriOne Show, voice of a new tribe.
Family, we're back again on the final segment of this very particular show where we were talking about all things Nigeria invested into the health sector. So it's something that I think when we went on break, I'll ask you a question. If Nigeria were to be a startup, will you invest in this very particular country from the sector where you represent?
Yes, I will.
That's interesting. Why?
I love my country.
So
I'm being sentimental right now.
Exactly. No. Is it because camera is on?
Now only one I get. And only one country I get.
But you can be dual citizen. It's possible.
I know.
So?
But my blood, if you go and do DNA, you know that DNA thing they used to do.
Yeah, that's check your tree.
No matter you check the tree, you see 99.99% Nigeria.
You don't want to be 22%.
No. So if I don't believe in this country, who will?
But we see currently our health sector in Nigeria at the moment is, let's be honest, is crumbling. A lot of doctors are leaving. People like your kind now very soon will wake up one morning and some, let me call his name, Bill Gates, will find you and say, I like what you're talking about and stuff. Let me invest in you. But the only way I can give you that $10 million is for you to leave Nigeria, for you to come to America, for us to do this very particular thing. So all that offer comes to you, will you still invest in Nigeria?
Investing in Nigeria and investing in the world are two different things.
Okay.
Right. If me as a person, I believe that my calling is earthbound.
Okay.
Not a country bound.
Okay.
However, I represent my culture. I love my culture. I love Africa. I love what the things you can get in Africa. It's quite unfortunate that we do not believe in ourselves as much as even the foreigners believe in the things they can get from our land. True. So most of this is sweet to practice herbalism in Nigeria, in Africa, because we have those things in abundance, right?
But how do you separate herbalism from the spirituality that is currently? Because on average, we don't have a problem from where we come from, where I come from and stuff. But on average, Nigeria, where the moment you mention herbs, they already started thinking demons from your father's house and your mother's house flying somewhere and all of those very particular things, which is causing it. That's why you see pharmaceutical industry are booming because they come in with this very particular tablet. I call it bullets that then shoots your system. So,
it's all in the knowledge at the end of the day. I can almost tell you that Seventh-day Adventists are herbalists themselves.
Okay.
Because they are plant focused. Their meal are plant. They are vegetarians. Their meals are plant focused. They love anything green. But here's the thing.
Okay.
There is everything in life is spiritual.
Okay.
It just depends on the divide that you fall, right? And that's why mine is also evangelism, because I'm a Christian, so I'm also bringing it from a spiritual side, right? I pray for my clients. They know this. The first treatment I give you is your soul. You have to understand that the healing is in your hands. It's not in what I'm giving you.
Okay.
What I am giving you is only complementing what you are doing, your faith, your belief, right? So it's not just about me making concoction, telling you drink this, drink that is going to work for you. You use it, it works for you. But what's your knowledge about it? Because if you have a proper knowledge, you will know that what caused that thing in the first place, you shouldn't go back to it. But we have this style of when we use something, it works, we abandon it and then we continue our life again, right? Then it comes back and then at some point it won't work anymore. Right. So that's where the spiritual side of things for me comes into play. So when the other people that when you hear herbalism and you say spirituality, is their belief. Now people go to their ancestral gods, the Ifas and the Awos and the Oyas and co.
That is family. Do you believe that this lady is Yoruba? When I thought she was Igbo. Not until when the name, I'm like, I just need to drop that so that you can come the conversation. Now they're talking about Ifa and all of those things. I'm like,
I know that.
Talenting, she's Yoruba. So calm down.
Yoruba. Okay. So these people. These are the deities they believe in, and they also know that whatever it is that they are giving you, it's not by their knowledge, it's by the grace that in quotes they enjoy from this their deity. Whatever I am giving you is by the grace of God, it's by the leading of the Holy Spirit. It is not just because I feel like mixing something for you. When I started this journey, I was a complete novice in it. I started it with my mom. My mom was dying.
I thought maybe it was an inheritance.
Yes, my dad. Okay, so my mom, this is it. My dad loves herbs. Every one of us were raised on taking herbs. My mom couldn't just swallow it.
That's interesting.
She couldn't just swallow it. She couldn't just take it. So now my mom falls sick. Right. I didn't know. She didn't tell me. I just felt the leading that I needed to go to Lagos. I went to Lagos and she told me she was going for colonoscopy. She's an elderly woman. You go for colonoscopy, you find something. I said, wait, hold on. Why are you going for colonoscopy? And that was when she told me that she hasn't used the restroom in 6 weeks. She hasn't pooped. Excuse my language. In 6 weeks. I said, okay, you're not going. So I called a friend of mine who is also an alternative therapist. I said, this is what's up. I need to come and see you. And then we went and then she ran this test for my mom. There's this, I've forgotten the word now. This test that they run that you hold something is like it goes with this wave or something. So you read your entire body and all that. And then she started asking me some questions. I didn't even tell her before, but based on the results. And then she was asking me that, has your mom been on any medication for a very long time? And I said, yes, 1999, I lost a brother and she's been on antidepressant. We didn't know it was antidepressant. She just complained that she was not sleeping because prior to his death, he was sick for a really long time. So she was the one taking care of him. And then after his death, she couldn't sleep. So sleeping pills, that's what we call it, sleeping pills. But over time, we found out, in fact, it was that period I found out that it's been antidepressant. So her system, I mean, this is over 20 years that she's been using it because she had this situation in 2021. Now, she said, the first thing we're going to do is to take her off those drugs. I said, it's going to be hard because as it is, she finds it hard to sleep even with those drugs still. So when she goes to the hospital, they increase the dose.
The body is used to it now.
Exactly. They increase the doses. So she said we have to look for ways. Like I said, I just came into Lagos and she told me that. So I didn't even know that prior to that moment, she's been on so many other kind of drugs. I knew she was treating diabetes and co, but I thought it was just diabetes until we got back home. And then I found out that she was on kidney drug. Where is this coming from? She was on BP drug. I said, you don't have BP issues. Where is this coming from? And then I saw her test result. And I saw that she had stage 3B CKD, chronic kidney disease. She had, her heart was enlarged. She had so many, in fact, she was crashing. That was what was happening. She was crashing. It was at that point I said, I think I need to listen to this lady. The first thing first is that she even needs to poop. Before any other thing, because what is the solution to this day? She gave us some mixtures, some of her concoction. She took it. It wasn't working. She was just feeling nauseated because I mean she hasn't used the restroom in a long time. So any little thing she's feeling nauseated. She wants to throw up and all that. But this is where God comes into play.
Okay.
From the very beginning, when my mom told me that thing, the Holy Spirit reminded me, whose report will you believe? And I said, I will believe the report of the Lord. So I told her for this period, because you cannot eat anything much, because we're going to put the drug aside. That's where we started from. So I started juicing for her. She was complaining. She's not eating. I'm starving her. And this.
That's our mother for you. Dealing with one mopsy. You are causing me wahala now.
At the end of the day, one day, I kept praying and I told the Holy Spirit, I said, you will fix this thing. This is 2-3 days I'm back. We've drunk all these things. She's still not gone. She will feel like she wants to go, but she's not gone. And she was in the village. So we traveled back to the village. I just remembered good old friend called castor oil.
Really good old friend.
I said, I must find this castor oil in this place. I'm going to get it here. Fortunately, we found a shop that had it. I told her, I said, you're going to drink this and it will work. She's taking, meanwhile, I said, the reason why they called her in for colonoscopy is not because she has not been given different form of laxative in the hospital that did not work. So because it didn't work, they wanted to check if there is a blockage.
Okay.
Do you understand? That's why they called her in for colonoscopy. They had given her everything, the Epsom salt and everything she was supposed to take. You're supposed to clear your guts before they can check and go. I said, take this thing, it will work. This one, it will work. Without the concoction you've been drinking before, this one, just make sure you're beside the restroom. And it did work. So she got her first freedom from there. Now, how do we take off these drugs? It was with prayer. I called a doctor friend of mine because in this line, you have a lot of medical friends. And then I sent the results to her, made her, she's an advocate for clean eating, healthy eating, but her focus is on BP and blood sugar. Okay. Right. So I sent her the result and she was furious when I told her that taking my mom off her drugs. And she said, she started raking. This was around 1 a.m. that she called me. I sent it. I thought, okay, she won't see it till the next morning. But she had to call me immediately that, do I understand that I am committing suicide? I'm going to kill this woman. Do I understand that this woman is just on a thin line? There's a thin line between her on a dialysis and her not being, and in fact, she's surprised she's not on dialysis at the moment with this result and all this thing. And that thing scared me. It shook me. And at that point, the voice came again. Whose report will you believe? Whose report will you believe? And I said, the report of the Lord. And I told her, I said, thank you. She said, if I don't return her on any drug, I should return her on the kidney drug. Now, after that, I went into prayers. I sat on the floor, I was crying. I said, God, you have a reason for this whole situation. I continued the juice thing for her, juice therapy. She was, of course, being my mother, shouting, and it was just my father that was telling her to just, if you want to feel better and be alive for your mom. And then after 6 weeks together in Lagos, in my hometown, sorry, it's not far from Lagos, and I had to resume back to work. So I told her I have to go back to Abuja, but I can't leave you. You're not fine yet. Yeah. You have to come with me. And then my dad said, that's the best thing. Let her go with you. So she came with me to Abuja. She was here for a year plus. So we were monitoring. There are times she would say she's not sleeping. We would record. We would put a camera there. She's actually sleeping. She's snoring. But over time, we found out that the conclusion is that what she was suffering was just a complication of the antidepressants she's been on for over 20 years. This is what triggered the diabetes, triggered the heart problem, triggered the kidney problem. Her system was failing. These drugs were not working anymore. The side effects was already compounding and causing problem. But she got to a point that she was also fed up. Like when we were here, that this juicing thing, that she's not eating, she doesn't like it. I mean, it's not easy. And then I said, okay, fine, let's go see my doctor.
But
right?
She's fine now.
She is.
Because as you're saying this in my mind, I'm thinking.
Well, no, she is fine now. I said, let's go see my doctor. And we went to see my doctor and she said so much. And my doctor said, Titi, I know you can be very stubborn. Yeah. You hold your ground. But this thing is very important. Your mom has I said, okay, doctor, I will not argue with you because I would not put anybody's life at risk. I love our doctors. I mean, that's what their job is. It's there for, to save lives, right? And I said, okay, on a condition, let's run a test again. Yeah. Whatever you see in this test, then what? You treat. Yeah. Because even me, I'm tired. I'm not sleeping. Okay. He runs this test and calls me to his office. Said I should come without my mom. I got there and he said he wants to know what I've been doing. Okay. Because the test results, before before we took her, because you have to go and take a doctor's report before you take her away from, because you're transferring her to another place. Yeah. We had to run a new test, because based on that test, because they can't use the old test because they're treating her already. So based on the new test results, they have to write the doctor's report. And the new test showed her creatinine level. I mean, that's what you used to measure. We are creatinine level. That's what you used to measure kidney function. It was very high. And when the doctor ran the test, her creatinine level was better than mine.
Wow.
And then he said, what did you do? He said something is wrong. Either his own test results is wrong or my own test results is wrong. I said, good. These are results. There are like 3 different results that we came with, right? So you can see the progress of this result, right? Okay. So rerun your test. And my mom doesn't like needles. So I had to bring her back, telling her that the doctor forgot one test
like
to
that.
recommend. So please, we have to take this test again. So we did the test. And then the guy had to now call my mom and start telling her that she should please just listen to anything I'm saying.
Can you imagine?
She should just forget about the drug and co. So that was what actually led me into this. So that's African thing. I didn't use anything outside here. Outside the herbs that we are getting and co. So if we can actually believe in ourselves, you can invest in this country.
Do you think that Africans, general, narrowing down to Nigeria, we really don't believe in ourselves?
We are desperate to be wealthy.
Okay.
And this fast culture, quick, we're not patient. So that's the point. A lot of people, I won't say nobody. You have a lot of people who are very honest, very calm and like the slow, steady race. A lot of people do not have patience to grow things gradually. You just want the opportunities. And that's what social media AI has brought into place and all that. And we believe that money is the answer to everything.
I hear you.
And that's where the problem is. So that makes it difficult. We don't have the platform to grow.
I think because of my time is running very fast, and I just want to use the few minutes that I have. The show name is called the AfriOne Show, and let's just shift a bit from the medical side of things and co. When we look at our continent at the moment, Africa, starting from Nigeria, do you think that we have the capacity for us to come and form, for lack of a better word, a unity system that will seek to break the divide that is currently peddling around our space? Welcome to AfriOne Show. And that's how the thing is. And yet you call ourselves Africans. You see, I like my show because at the end of the day, by the time we finish, this is where we just first of all who's I said, okay, now I'm an African. As much as you're Nigerian, we're still African. So I'm letting you to shoot.
We have a foundational problem. We got lost in the colonial talks and race and co like that. And this thing is what is killing us. We are divided. We are divided by sentiments. We are divided by performance. We are divided. We compete with ourselves. That's the problem. We compete against. We don't practice healthy competition.
I hear you.
We don't like ourselves. We stand for ourselves against a foreign body. When someone comes for an African, every African comes together and then eats up the person. You can do it. That's all. That's just where we are. But when it comes to within ourselves, we try to form superiority over ourselves. And so long as we cannot serve one another, so long as we cannot be hospitable to one another, it's a problem. That's the biggest problem. There is no love. That's the truth. So we can, if we fix the foundational problem.
I hear you.
Love. We are too focused on what the colonial masters did to us that we are not paying attention to what we can do for ourselves.
I hear you.
We are too focused on, imagine what, permits me to just mention, Traore is doing in Burkina Faso. Yeah. I can tell you for a fact that there are still Africans who are not happy.
True.
There are still some Africans who are sentimentally attached to the fact that because it's a military takeover, it doesn't matter what he is doing.
And I said democracy is not an African thing.
See, we don't. It's very complicated. The truth of the matter is there is no love. This man came in. You have a lot of military takeovers that has been for greedy reasons, for selfish reasons, for selfish pursuits. But this man came in for the love of his people. He's had enough, and we can see it display itself. Like, however, we are still not happy. Some people are still not happy about that because of the angle. Something funny happened when I was driving down here. From my estate, when I was driving out, there was a guy in front of me. There's a military guy. There was a military car in front of me. And the guy wasn't driving too well because, of course, maybe because of the military vehicle. I didn't even understand. And then on 2 different occasions, he almost made me not drive well as well. And then there was this other guy that came in, joined the road. When we got to an intersection, he joined the road. So the guy was between myself and the military guy. And then something was just running through my head. And the guy slammed his brake because of the military guy. And then I was almost going to, I was not that close. I wasn't that close, but I was just looking at it that if I was driving fast and I wasn't paying attention, I was going to slam into the guy. So I was just thinking in my head that if I slammed into that guy and this Sienna that is between myself and the military guy slams into the military guy is going to come down and not face the Sienna guy. He's going to face me. Because don't forget, I said we came out from the estate together. And from the estate, he's been driving funny. So we've been moving together. He has seen me in his mirror, right? But he's going to come down and face me and say, that is how she has been driving. She's we're never right. We're never wrong, right? It's always the other person that is wrong, right? She's this. And one thing came to my head. I said, and I would just ask him, I'm just playing this picture in my head. I said, I will ask him that, even if I was the one that was wrong, the fact that we came from the same compound, you didn't think you should protect me. I don't know if you get what I'm saying.
I get where it comes from. Yeah.
We won't do that. That's Africa. We like to throw ourselves under the bus. Something happens, we start to point fingers. I don't know if you
instead of forming a camaraderie kind of system.
Yes, we are not loving. We are not hospitable. Africans, that's it. So if we cannot, you're traveling to Namibia, you're traveling to Egypt, you're traveling to Tanzania, you're hearing about people being tribalist. I won't say racist because we are blacks. And you people are being tribalistic. And then you see a white man come in, you give him all the respects, but a black person, you're telling them, stand there, go there, do this one. Let me check you. Come on. Not until when we fix that issue. We have a long way to go.
I think because I enjoy the conversations from the medical side of things, but this very particular one, the bidding for the souls of Nigeria, election is fast coming. We can see how the ecosystem in Nigeria is currently shifting. There is this force of a one-party system, for lack of a better word, allegedly. I've been warned with that statement. That is currently happening and stuff, and so. What do you want to say with the current political sect that is happening? And do you believe that Nigeria can never get to the point where it will become a productive Nigeria or will still remain as a consuming Nigeria?
This is a very sensitive topic again.
That's why it's called the AfriOne show.
And I say,
I'm not asking you a question now from the I part.
Yeah. It's a sensitive topic. I'm going to focus on the consuming and productive side of things.
Okay.
Nigeria is becoming productive.
It's becoming after 60 years plus.
So, again, it's a foundational error.
Okay.
I keep saying it's a foundational error. I don't put any blame of whatever Nigeria is going through on a government.
Who are you bringing it to?
Individuals. You see?
So it's a collective problem.
It's a collective problem.
Excluding me because I was not
there.
It's
a system problem. You see, our system is just wrong.
Okay.
I would focus. People don't like it when I say it, but that's what I always say. Where there is lack of discipline, you have a lot of problems that will abound.
I hear you.
It's very simple. A lot of Christians misbehave today because we say grace abounds.
True.
And we forget that you have to work out your salvation with fear and trembling. You understand what I'm saying? We don't have proper disciplinary measures in place. The fact that we have a federal policing system is a blunder for a country that is very diverse. It's a blunder, I tell you. Take the police system back to state level. It was never in state level, so take it to state level. Then it's going to be easier to actually instill discipline in people. But on a federal level, you offend on a state level. They carry your matter all the way from Lagos. They drive you to Abuja. They just sweep you overnight. They carry you go Abuja. You are in Abuja. Somebody will now make call from somewhere and say, the next thing, the person is gone. The case has misplaced in between the journey. I don't know if you get my point.
I get you.
But on a state level, where are you carrying it to? Except it's a federal case. You get my point. So long as you cannot discipline on a state level, forget it.
All right, I think I'll pause here. We'll come back. We'll do an episode 2, and I know why I decided to do that, so that we then talk about all things African Nigeria properly. This one is just talking about health, which I'm beginning to take note that I need to change lifestyle for my health. I think I need to cut down on the meat side of things. Obviously, not ceremonial part. Let's because I see some people already dancing at the back there. You are not dancing. I'm still going to eat my meat. Whatever that is available for lunch there, I'm eating it. I'm going to pray. You are hereby now grass.
Yes, you shall eat poison and it will not kill you.
Yeah, it's not even poison. It's now grass. That's all. That's
grass.
It's grass. It's just grass and stuff. What is the message you want? 2 messages. Number 1, the message for people in terms of their health. What message do you want to pass across to them? You're looking at the camera.
Okay, so which of the camera? This one?
That's your camera.
Okay, all right, thank you. So the message I'm going to pass in terms of your health is that people should please be cautious. Don't say it is too early for you to know your blood pressure status. Please check it. You're in your 20s. The world is very stressful right now. In your 20s, please check it. Your blood sugar the same. A lot of people don't realize they have blood sugar problem, insulin resistance problem until it is too late. So please check it from time to time. That would go a long way saving you.
Message to Nigeria.
Yes.
Nigeria.
So message to Nigeria. Please, Nigerians, put service before money. That's just my message. When you find yourself in a working environment, anywhere you are, please give your best before you think about the value you are getting out of that place. Give value first before you think of what you're getting out. What you're getting out will automatically come to you. I mean, they will pay you anyway at the end of the month.
True.
So why then don't you do your job well? So that's just my message.
And I'm biased on this because I'm the president of Africans in Diaspora.
Okay.
What is the message you want to pass across to the Africans in Diaspora, narrowing down to Nigeria?
Africans in Diaspora, please. Another thing I'm going to say is that do not forget home. I can understand that when you travel, you're like, things are working. This is that. That government is just this. It comes to us. Be intentional. Don't just send money back home. Your presence, your voice in policy making, it goes a long way. A lot of investments that happen in the country is about dollars exchanging hands and all that. The transactions going, sending money, buying goods and all these things. It's not just about your money. Your voice matters as well. Please keep being active as you were when you were in Nigeria.
I think I paused when you said do not forget home. We'll talk about that on the second episode. Between now and then, to my diaspora, they say don't forget home. That's a message. But for me, I'll say, Checo.
Don't forget home.
I'm your president. I'm currently here in Nigeria and stuff. So my time is quite running out and stuff. So you can follow us on all our social media platforms. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
I'll get you on the part 2 very soon.
No problem.
I remain your host, the Afropolitan Apostle, and I'll see you on the subsequent editions of the AfriOne show. Thank you and God bless you. Hello, my AfriOne family. I'm so excited today to be on your screen wherever you're watching it from. I want to say thank you. And also to the followers and the subscribers, I want to say thank you to you all and to my beautiful guests who have graced me in this 1 year sitting on this very particular platform. I want to say thank you under the umbrella of AfriOne Show. So today, quickly, I'm here to just talk to you about 2 new products that we have released. One of them is known as the AfriOne Property. Can't blame me. I like my AfriOne network. And the second one is known as AfriOne Invest. And the first one, AfriOne Property, and the second one, AfriOne Invest. I want to encourage you, please. Are you a property owner, or maybe you're an agent, or you are a startup and you're looking for a platform for you to be able to put your properties? I want to encourage you, please, now go visit property.afrione.africa for you to get registered and also for you to start listing. You never can tell. You might be sitting with me here on this very particular table as we're going to be talking about all things property. And also on the second side of things, for those of you who are business people, you are intending to start your own business and you want to check how the market is. You want to see if your ideas are going to fly. Or maybe for you, you are literally at a stage where you need to scale, but you need funding. With AfriOne Invest, it's a crowdfunding platform where people come and put their ideas and put their stuff with a possibility of either giving an equity out or probably a stake, or maybe you're looking for a partner or just a seed investor, or maybe for you just want to crowdfund people who just like your idea, just want to give you seed for you to be able to run your business. I want to encourage you also, please visit invest.afrione.africa. Invest.afrione.africa. I look forward also for me to sit with you all, either on the property side, on the business side, which is the invest side, for us to just talk about all things property and all things business. Thank you so much. Please explore this very particular website and tell us what is your experience. And definitely we're trying as much as possible for us to get all kinds of different stakeholders within the property space and also within the investment space. So if you're watching me currently and you know that you're a professional in any of this very particular field that I've mentioned right now, why don't you hit us on an email? The email is currently available on the screen, and let's get talking. You never can tell. Your idea, your skill, your coaching and your mentorship program might help somebody to be the next business tycoon in Africa. I'll see you on the flip side in you making money with us. Bye for now. Thank you.